Alright, let's just clear it up real quick. I found the history on all of your computers, and it's come to my attention that you're all chronic master raiders. So just do your thing in the bottom right corner of the video. Just abuse it, whatever you want to do. I'm not looking. Alright, just... I'm not looking. Alright, now that you've had your fun master raiding, you can pay attention. And the topic of this video is going to be circumcision, which it's really a strange phenomenon in our culture because... I was taking an anthropology course, and they were talking about circumcision. This was like 2 years ago now, and they showed pictures of female circumcision, which is just a barbarous, terrible practice, and everybody in the entire room, the entire auditorium was just gasped and was like, oh my god, how could they possibly do this to a human being? This is so terrible, it's so just awful, why would they do that? And then, meanwhile, probably 75% of the guys in that room were circumcised. Or are circumcised, rather, unless they had a magical regrowth of skin, which doesn't seem likely, and nobody even gave that a second thought. You don't even think about that, and that just went to show me, like, wow, it's so easy to be ethnocentric and just think that your culture is the one that's best and compare everything against that, because, I mean, when you think about it, circumcision is messed up. You're taking a perfectly healthy part of the body that is there for a reason. That skin evolved there for a reason. It's there. It's a very important part of the body. Like you can get by without it, yeah, but I mean, you can get by without your ears. Are you gonna have them chopped off at birth? No, it's ridiculous, and it's disgusting in the most just abrasive way, because these are babies that you're doing it to. These are human beings who don't even have enough consciousness to make a decision for themselves. Like they don't even know. Like these kids grow up without a part of their body that they never even knew was there. Like, and they're told their whole lives that, oh yeah, that's just a normal thing. That's a normal thing. Oh yeah, guys, they don't have that. That's just normal. You know, that's a normal thing. And it's getting to the point now where it's not as popular as it used to be. But and that's good. I think that's a great thing. But that's just messed up. Just take a second to think about that. That you take a child and his perfectly healthy sex organ and you cut off the skin at the end of it. You cut off, and that holds blood vessels, that holds a shit ton of nerve endings, which would make sex feel a hell of a lot better. It's there for a reason. It's not just some extra thing that just happened upon existence, and now we're just like, oh, well, that's silly. That's like... It's like if you cut off that fatty flesh around the end of your ear, or around the edges of your ear. I mean, you don't need that fatty flesh there. You don't need that 100%. And this is even a worse example of foreskin, because foreskin serves much more of a purpose than that extra little bit of skin around your ears, and you wouldn't go out of your way to cut those off at birth or something like that. And it's just ridiculous, and the reason they do it is because they know that, I mean, these kids aren't going to do it as an adult. Like, adults don't generally go get themselves circumcised because adults realize, I've come to grow fond of this penis thing that I've had my whole life. I'm not going to go get part of it removed. And that's just the general, consensus for the most part. And that's what makes it even more sick, is it's because, like, oh yeah, they'll want it done anyway, just go ahead and do it. Just get it done now while they're kids, don't wait until they're, cognizant and they can understand the ramifications of this really big decision. And it is a major surgery, for those of you who don't know. It is a major surgery that they do as soon as the baby is born. I mean, it takes 2 seconds on Google. I thought about doing this as a topic. I'm like, oh, I'm going to look things up. Just steer clear of the images section, because that's going to be devastating. If I search botched circumcisions, that just sounds like a terrible, awful thing to do. So definitely don't do that with your Google safe search off. Someone's going to do it. But anyway, so if you do that, come back and report your observations. But yeah, so it's a major surgery. I mean, there's plenty of cases of little boys having their entire penis chopped off, or the head of their penis chopped off, or just horrible mutilations where the penis won't grow properly after that. It's really devastating, and to a young boy who is previously healthy, just to come out of the womb and be good to go, and then for a doctor to do something that could potentially just ruin his life, and that could potentially lead to infection, which could then kill the child, which is also documented. It's just a needless, ridiculous risk. There are no upsides to it. Not a single upside is of this practice. There's nothing, like, just tell me. What is one upside of this? Just one. What's that? Yep, didn't think I heard anything, because there's no argument against this. Like, and even if you could think of some excuse, like some people will say, oh, it's more hygienic, oh, it's cleaner, which, by the way, not the case. That's not true. I mean, that's like saying, oh, well, you know, if you just cut off your arms, then you won't have to clean your armpits. You won't even have armpits. You'll be so much more hygienic without armpits. No, it's stupid. It's dropping a nuke on a convenience store burglary is what it is. It's ridiculous. It doesn't make any sense. So that's why I'm against it. I don't know if anyone has even really consciously thought about this, because I brought this up to my friends recently, and they were kind of just like, really, dude? What? Well, why would you even think about that? And I was just like, well, you know, it's something that's just so weird and normal that you really kind of have to sometimes step outside the comfort zone of your own cultural context and kind of get an outside perspective. And it's only when you do that that you can really kind of understand how weird some of the stuff that happens is. And not just weird, but also just horribly detrimental and worthless. And so if you are for some reason in favor of circumcision, let me know why, because I'd be more than happy to know, but only for practical reasons. I understand some religious beliefs are against circumcision, but I'm talking about like practical science, stuff like that. But that's all I got to say about this right now. So to summate, I think that we should let fully grown adults with healthy consciousness decide whether or not they want to keep the tips of their penis.